Hey guys, you're watching Daniel and Gian talk, and today we're going to be doing a quick full review of the Captain Marvel MCU film. My first thoughts, it was fine. I think Daniel, when I talked to him when I got to the shop earlier, it was fine.
That's what I said, yeah.
So the movie itself, like, I was entertained. Like, there's parts at the beginning where I was like, oh, this is fun. There's some, like, when they go in and they do that Black Ops mission on that other planet, and the Chinese girl from Crazy Rich Asians in blue paint, which was hot, pulls out her sniper rifle that like bounces off and through people. That was awesome. There was cool stuff like that.
That's actually when I started to get into the movie. Like everything before that, I was like, oh no. And then from there, I was kind of with it for the rest of the film. But yeah, before that.
Yeah, before that it was.
Because she was like a cardboard box.
Well, actually, you know, I completely missed it, but the tribute at the beginning to Stan Lee was amazing. Like that brought a tear to my eye. I thought that was great. It really got me like emotional for a second, you know, and it's really nice that they did that.
I like how they did it too, because for the first time, their logo intro made sense, because you know it's like Marvel.
Yeah.
And then obviously they're showing all these comic book characters because that's what makes up Marvel. But then they replaced it all with just him.
And his
he is Marvel,
and
but he
stuff,
is Marvel. But that's the whole point. Like he is Marvel. I don't know. I like that. And then they did the thank you Stan too. Like it was 100% for him.
Right.
It wasn't like a side edition. You know, it was like a genuine thing for him.
Exactly.
Which is cool.
Which is really cool. The action was good. You know, if I'm going to make criticisms for the film, Captain Marvel definitely OP'd. She was way too powerful. And it just seemed like the whole movie was like...
That's the whole point. She's supposed to be the person who's going to combat Thanos.
Right. And that's just... that's a little... I think this is a little too much. She suffered from Superman syndrome to a certain extent, where it's just like the whole... She hadn't really no arc. Like, the only thing she was struggling with was her memory, like figuring out who she is, which she still doesn't know who she is.
She has no character development. She's flat. She's one-dimensional. I don't care what anyone else says. The movie only tells you what you need to know to understand the story of the film.
Right.
And nothing more. Nothing more.
Right.
And that, to me, that was a huge problem. She's paper thin. I'm not really a fan. I'm this weird, like there's this weird place where I'm not a fan. I almost wish they went with the brown person.
As Captain Marvel?
Yeah, I know it's that would ruffle feathers and shit, but I'm just fucking, that was the one thing, is I'm just tired of seeing like, we need another white blonde superhero.
Who's the savior of the universe?
Yeah, let's just fucking throw a Mexican in there. She can clean toilets by day.
Could have been an America Chavez movie. Would have pissed off a whole different sect of people in itself. Some of the stuff also messed with the timelines a little bit, like the Tesseract thing.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all.
Just completely confused me. And was that a complete retcon of what's going on in the universe? Because the first time we see the Tesseract is in the first Avenger, and then somehow this ends up on a spaceship, and then Fury has it, and then how does that go to Asgard? You know what I mean? Like, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I was confused.
I was confused.
Like, yeah, like legit. Like, what's going on here? That's some of the characters. Like we see Digimon Hansu. I mean, he looks different in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's got those little horns now.
He's older.
He's got the horns on his head though. He didn't have horns in this one.
I know he's older in that, or I think that's like.
So you think the older his whatever planet he's from, that they grow horns with age?
Dude, I don't fucking know.
That's what I'm saying. Like that you brought back these characters. I'm assuming it's the same character, might not.
Well, what's his name's dead. Ronan's dead. So yeah, they are dead. So then he has to be older in the.
Well, obviously he's older because this happens in the 90s. 95 they said in the film. They mentioned 95. But you know, that kind of stuff like threw me off a little bit. The after credit scene was a bit cheese. You know, it was on the nose.
What, the mid one?
Yeah, not the. If you guys haven't seen the movie yet and you're watching this, obviously there's spoilers abound. But if you decide to watch this and then you're gonna go watch it after, don't stay around for the second spoiler. It's not worth your time at all.
Well, the mid thing is just, in my opinion, so they can start off the new Avengers movie with her already there, no setup.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is also weird too, because she's just there. I don't know.
Well, if you had to watch Ant-Man and the Wasp, like at the end of that, we find out. The whole pager thing is where that gets dropped for the first time. We see that at the end of Ant-Man and Wasp. But it's connected together. But also like Nick Fury losing his eye was stupid. Like, come on, guys. Like, that's the best you could come up with? Let's turn it into a gag. You know, I just there was little things like that bothered me on the movie. But for the most part,
His face was good.
oh
He
yeah,
looked
oh
young.
dude, that technology is from Tron 2 to now. Wow, wow.
It's making you think like they could make just other movies that, you know, a sequel to a movie that happened in the 80s now. Like, for example, they're doing that Big Trouble in Little China.
with The Rock, yeah.
You could have Kurt Russell play his character and have the movie take place a year. I've never seen the movie, but I'm just saying, like, to have it take place around that same time period and have it
Absolutely.
work.
Oh yeah, because I mean they used it in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and it was good, but it was not as good as what we saw today with Captain Marvel. Like night and day. And that when did Guardians 2 come out? 2 years ago?
Something like
Yeah,
that,
like within
3
2 years,
ago.
this technology is progressing. So I mean, if I'm an actor, I might be kind of scared, you know, with what they were able to do.
Or not, or
not.
revitalize his career. Look at
Well, I guess if I'm a young actor, I might be a little.
Well, yeah, because the old guy's gonna come back.
Right, exactly.
Maybe.
I mean, they're bringing people up. You know, Rogue One, they brought someone back from the dead. It wasn't.
Well, we
it
can
wasn't
talk about the
Oh,
villains.
actually-
the main villains, the whole like
Okay,
dynamic.
and that's right.
The makeup that I fucking loved. I loved the way they looked.
I had
People
no-
we were complaining
I mean,
before the
they
movie.
looked a little Star Trekky, but that was fine. Like the whole.
Who cares?
Yeah, it
At
looked
what point
sci-fi.
did anyone ever say that was a bad thing?
It looked sci-fi, which was cool because it is a space film. You know, it's aliens invading Earth or accidentally landing on Earth. That's the film. That was actually something that threw me off as well because my understanding, the Skrulls have always been bad. You know, and then they turned it around and they made the Skrull sympathetic, and I don't know how in the future they're going to pull that back. I mean, I guess technically if you go way back in the books, like the Skrull weren't exactly evil, but they were turned into a warrior class.
well, this is the first
by
time
the
you've
Kree.
seen them.
Right. I'm just wondering how
They
that's
can
going to
be
play forward.
well. They're Phase 4.
You know, but they didn't end it with any like. There was no sort of villainy from the
Why did
Skrulls
they have
in this
to?
one.
It can develop into that.
If you're gonna change them, well, I mean, they did it. Like a perfect example is Doctor Strange. All right, you had the other African guy. What the hell's his name?
I have no idea.
And he plays Mordo. The guy that plays Mordo. He's a good guy throughout the whole film, and at the end of the film,
Oh.
there's a change.
Yeah, but
right
I didn't
then
even.
there.
But see, I didn't even remember that.
Well,
I'm
did.
just saying, you can
I'm
save
just-
that
it's
for
gonna-
later.
it's- I mean, you could, but I just want.
Out of all the things that's already in the movie, is
I'm
that what
wondering,
you really
I'm-
want to switch? You want to play? You
Well,
want
yeah,
to like
dude,
have
because the
them switch
Skrulls have
sides
been like
twice?
the Skrulls have been like the universal villains for, 70 years now almost. So like, how are you going to transition back to? You made them sympathetic now. How are you going
Because
to?
this is a brand new universe.
I mean, I guess so.
this
like
could
this
be the
next phase.
beginning. Someone could get betrayed. That's how you can start this
Right.
rift. I'm just saying, they're nice. You enjoy them. You like them. You feel for them. You have like a stake with them now. How do you know in the next movie, Captain Marvel 2, whatever, there's not a betrayal, and then they start a huge. I'm just saying, you
Right.
don't. You start throwing in
Or some
X-Men.
sort of like accidental betrayal or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When the X-Men come in, Fantastic Four, all these people, and all of a sudden now you have a whole legion of these. I'm just saying, why blow your load now? You know, why?
Fair enough.
Why kill Superman and Batman versus Superman? And
Fair enough.
Just so you can bring him. You know.
Right. Right.
I'm
so,
just saying.
Also, if you guys missed it out, there's definitely. I mean, I feel like it was pretty obvious, but when you get to the Kree spaceship where Mar-Vell, who they changed, Mar-Vell was a guy in the comics. Now he's Annette Bening. So it's a she now. But you see like little kids' toys and stuff all over the spaceship, which for me, and we talk about this on Best Damn Comic Show, I think that's pretty much telling you that it wasn't the explosion of the bomb that turned Captain Marvel into a superpowered Kree. I think she is a Kree. I think she's Mar-Vell's daughter. I think that's going to be revealed in the future. That's why you see all the toys and stuff that were on the spaceship, human toys. That's my theory anyways, just to throw that kind of spec stuff out there. But is there anything else you want to add? Well, that's going to do it for us, guys. Thanks for watching. You know the drill. If you like this review, check out our full review of... Man, it's been a while since we did a Marvel review, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
Check out our full review of Black Panther.
I mean, there hasn't been a movie since Avengers, so.
This is true. Or what should we do? You can also check out our review of... is there a playlist? We got a playlist, right?
We will now.
Check out our Marvel playlist, and we'll see you next time.